I'm sure yes, we, all watched Cars for the first time as a young child, not questioning the logistics of the movie, because it was just a flashy, colorful film about a fast race car. But now, since we've gotten older, and now that our critical thinking skills have improved, I've started to wonder, how does this universe even work? Like, it's hard to even find where to start, because there's so many things that just don't make sense. For one, how is this universe even made? The cars aren't nearly dexterous enough to create most of what we see in the world. I mean, due to the similarities we see between this world and the human world, we can assume this is just a time after humans have somehow gone extinct, and there are autonomous cars who run everything. That's already weird enough to think about, but the car's dexterity is what really gets me. How do these cars even fit into the stadium? How do they get out to use the bathroom mid-race? How do phones work? They can't even press the screen or move the phones. One scene which really confused me is the bar scene in Cars 2. How do they lift the pints to drink out of them? Are they drinking beer or gasoline? Can cars even get drunk? They don't even have a liver. There may be an argument that the forklifts or pitties can do things like lift objects, press things, etc. But it seems like this society has mostly limited them to just being pit crew members for race cars. This is going to lead me down another rabbit hole, which is the professions of these cars. Like, what else are boats or planes or trains even going to do? They were born, I guess. Like, how are these things even brought into existence? That's a question for later in the video, but these vehicles are limited to what they were created to do. They have no choice. Like, imagine this plane wanted to be an accountant, or a pitty, or a gas station janitor. Like, they have no choice in what they can do. Also, what would they even do with the money they make? Especially for this train, it can't do anything recreationally, since it's confined to these tracks. Also, the idea of there being taxis and buses literally just doesn't make sense. These guys are basically LARPing and unemployed. The longer you look at these cars, the more you question how they even work. These are literally motor vehicles with tongues, teeth, eyes, and the capability of dying. One car in particular which makes even less sense is Celine the Fair from Cars 2. How on earth does she have a steering wheel and seats? Where are her car organs? Don't even get me started on the concept of death. These guns in Cars 2 wouldn't even be able to be effective, aside from popping tires. They would just dent the body of the car. Also, how can a car even die? You just replace its parts. This begs another question though. If you replace every part in a car, is it still the same car as before? Seriously, I don't get how these cars are even brought to life. This clip from the first movie gives us somewhat of an answer. I guess that is their god, but then why are there even parents? Do they just adopt these kids from the manufacturing center? How do the kids grow up if they're made of metal, glass, rubber, and plastic? We see a young car in the third movie, and she's noticeably smaller than the other cars. It just doesn't make sense physically. Anyway, I know this is a kids movie. It's all simply meant for entertainment. I'm not trying to bash their world creation. I just think it's funny to point these things out. But if there are any weird things I missed, be sure to point them out in the comments, and I'll leave my opinion on them in the replies.